Welcome back for lesson 3. What I want to cover most, and importantly, I've written down, so I'm going to read these to you. When you're mastering your pendulum, it's going to take a lot of practice, so don't get discouraged right away. Make sure that you keep practicing and keep working with it. It'll more align to your energy. There are some do's and don'ts of a pendulum, though. You don't want to make decisions with your pendulum that you can easily make for yourself. Once you've mastered the pendulum, don't play with it frivolously. You want to use it for things that you really need the answers to, that you just can't make up your mind, or that have some merit. Because if you use it for play, like I said, it won't always work right for you. You don't want to ask the same question at in succession. So if you've already asked once and it gave you a no, don't wait 5 minutes and ask the same question again. Don't even rephrase the question and ask it again unless you need more information. Because what you're doing is you're trying to get the answer you want out of the pendulum. So you don't want to do that. You need to trust your pendulum. Whatever answer it gives you, and you've worked with it long enough and you know it's talking true, then you need to trust it. Never show off your abilities. As I said before in lesson 2, sometimes even when I'm teaching and I'm doing the card illustration where I ask what color, it will sometimes mess me up and give me the absolute wrong answer because it may consider me showing off. The other thing is you never want to let your friends touch your working pendulum. It is attuned to your energy and your highest self. I do have others that I allow my friends to use and hold because sometimes I have a bias. Maybe I really want that white car, but I need to know honestly if I should get a blue one or a black one or the white one. So I'll have my friend use my second pendulum and I'll ask the question in my head and then I'll see what her pendulum does for my answer. So as long as you do this and keep good with it and keep practicing with it, your pendulum will be a really good friend to you. I also carry mine in a bag because it helps to keep the chain from getting tangled, plus it keeps it protected. So you want to carry it in a bag as well. There are some really fun games that you can play to hone your skills with the pendulum. What I used to do with my daughter, if you have a partner or a friend that you can use, is we would set 3 envelopes on the floor and we'd take a nickel or a quarter or any denomination of coin and I'd let her hide it under one of the 3 envelopes. And then I would douse by asking my pendulum, all things considered, is it optimal? The penny is under this envelope. And it would tell me yes or no. And at first, I wasn't getting very clear answers with it because I was very brand new to my pendulum. And my daughter was very small. She might have put it in her pocket. So it took me a while to get it right, but it would automatically find exactly where it was. And now I use my pendulum to find lost things in my house. And the way you can do this is very simple. You hold this, and I have to think about something that I know where it is, or don't know where it is, and hopefully it'll find it. But you can go through your home. So say you've lost your cell phone. And I know where mine is, but I'm just going to do this. All things considered, is it optimal that my cell phone is in the kitchen? And as you can see, it's telling me no, my cell phone is not in the kitchen. All things considered, is it optimal that my cell phone is in the car? And again, my cell phone isn't in the car. So you want to go through each room in your house until you locate it. All things considered, is it optimal that my cell phone is in the living room? And I don't know if you can see it because back and forth is hard to see. But it's going forward and backward, which is my sign for yes. And it's sitting right next to me. So yes, you can find lost objects this way. There are so many times that I get actual paid readings of people that have lost important documents. It would be so nice, not that I mind it, that you could use your pendulum to find things that you've lost. So that's another great way that you can use your pendulum. Here's another test that you can give your pendulum. Everybody knows when they were born. But do you know what day of the week you were born on, say 5 years ago? You can ask your pendulum, just for fun. It's another great way to see if your pendulum is acclimated to you and has really good clarity with your energy. And then you can look that up online. I know what day I was born as far as the week's concerned. So I can say, all things considered, is it optimal that I was born on a Friday? No, I wasn't born on a Friday. That's correct. All things considered, is it optimal I was born on a Tuesday? No, I wasn't born on a Tuesday. All things considered, is it optimal I was born on a Monday? Yes, I was born on a Monday. So this is another fun thing you can do with your pendulum. You can also do past lives. Now make sure that you have a very good working order with your pendulum before you start this process. But you can use the ABCs, figure out what your name was, where you lived, and whatnot. And if you want to even get the century that maybe you were born and died in. All things considered, is it optimal that in my last life I was a male? Yes, I was a man in my last life. All things considered, is it optimal that my first name started with A? It did not. All things considered, is it optimal my first name started with a B? It did. Now I know my recent last life. I was born Bernard. I have not figured out my last name yet. And I was born in France in I think it was 1764. So let's see, just for the heck of it. All things considered, is it optimal? In my last life, my name was Bernard. It was. So you can go through your ABCs until you spell out the name. And for me, I looked up because I didn't know where Bresse was, but it is a city, or it was a county or city in France back at that time. It's a lot of fun. You can play with your pendulum and find out lots of interesting things. Until next time, see ya!